All right, guys, what's going on? BSG for the first time actually released a roadmap for the development of Escape from Tarkov. I know, it's fucking crazy. I've never seen them do this before, like, ever. Really cool. They've been really transparent lately, showing a lot of changes for basically any small tweak that they're doing, whether that's like damage on ammo or like weight changes to backpacks, etc. It's been pretty nice. So roadmap is pretty extensive, and I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long, so we'll just get right into it. And this is the next roadmap to the 0.14 content update, which is, in my opinion, going to be the best update Tarkov has ever had. So first of all, update 0.13.5 technical patch. They're going to be fixing visual problems with flashlights and the way they function on lights in general, which is great because flashlights in EFT, literally since they changed them in the alpha, have been terrible. I think anybody who plays Tarkov knows how bad the flashlights are. It basically makes it harder to see things when you illuminate certain areas of the map. It's really stupid. So amazing change. Rework of the skybox in all location. Oculus audio tweaks on interchange and lighthouse location. Changes in the headset system, so hopefully headphones won't be as powerful as they are, because in EFT they literally increase the distance at which you hear things, where in reality, which is kind of the aim of Tarkov, is to bring a reality of tactical gear and weapons into a video game. Comtac headphones and headsets are only going to enhance the things that you can already hear. Not going to make you just hear far away magically. Changes the AI voice playback system, in particular their frequency, volume, and positioning. Hopefully that means AI are a little bit more stealthy, because in the alpha it was much more tense when the AI would just shoot at you and they wouldn't say anything. Now they just yell at you before they even shoot you, basically giving their position away, making them not really that much of a challenge. Of course, I'm sure some people, I've been headshot by Scab with buckshot 100 meters away. We all have. Fix the incorrect sound and volume of gunshots and explosions at short distances. Fixes for incorrect movement of bots in the prone position. Maybe that's probably for the lighthouse guards or something. Or maybe we'll see bots actually go prone on us a little bit more, and they'll like crawl around. We'll see. And the next update after that is the transition to Unity 2021. Allow the introduction of new technologies aimed at optimizing and updated graphics, including HDR, reducing memory consumption, and optimizing the memory usage of locations and items. Tarkov obviously always has had RAM issues. 0.13.1 technical update. Fundamental changes to the architecture of display of synchronization of players on the client and their connection to the server, aka netcode. Gradual increase in the number of players and bots to a total of 60 in raid. That doesn't mean every raid's going to have 60 players, but I think Streets is aiming to have 60. That's their goal. If you guys watched the latest BSG stream, Nikita went in depth on this on his magical piece of paper. Improving hit registration. Good. Increasing accuracy, positioning, position matching of players in the server and the client. Again, netcode, desync, Pico's advantage. Noticeable increase in FPS and online raids. Great. Reducing the chance of encountering and desynchronization with the server. Again, just network improvements. Pretty straightforward. Network traffic optimization. Really cool. New culling system of old locations. Culling is basically when things are rendered and de-rendered when you're inside of a building or in a certain area of the map, so that it's not taking up a ton of performance. Basically, when you're not looking at something that you shouldn't have to be seeing, it's not going to render, which gives you a lot more performance. Optimizing RAM consumption, including elimination of possible memory leaks. EFT has had memory leaks for a long time. Hopefully this will be the time that they can actually fix those. All of us have had to like restart our game every couple hours just to get more performance and less stutters for a very long time. Optimized rendering system for semi-transparent materials. That's like glass, anything that you can see through. Glass rendering in Tarkov has always been really bad. And lastly, the big juicy part, and this is the stuff that I think that's going to be really, really cool. Like everything on everything on these notes are like, oh my god, this is really cool. Like these are things I've been looking forward to for a long time. Streets expansion, BTR on Streets, new boss on Streets. So Streets is going to get bigger. We have like probably 3 to 4 more expansions to Streets since we've gotten it. So it's going to get a lot bigger. BTR on Streets is basically the BTR taxi that you can rent and also use the gun to kill players and AI and such. I'm sure there'll be quests associated around the BTR. New Streets boss, he is going to be the dude inside of the dealership. In the very center of the map. The dealership is going to be a very sketchy position to go to, and is not something that you're going to want to try and attack. Right now, it's kind of easy to get in there. Once the scav boss is in there and it's much more fortified, it's going to be much more difficult to get in there. Vaulting, huge feature. It's going to affect the way we basically move through Tarkov forever. Being able to climb and move over stuff. Hopefully this means we won't have to get stuck on like 2-inch like brick or something in the middle of the street, preventing our character from walking over it and shit. Armored plates of the body armor and rework of the hitboxes. So now we are going to be able to swap plates out for a majority of the armors in the game, as well as the rework of the hitboxes of body armor. So this means that body armor will no longer cover the full torso. It's going to have exposed zones, much like helmets now. And this is basically going to be the thing that changes the meta of Tarkov forever, where it's always been like, you know, AP ammo, low recoil. This is basically going to make all ammo viable, no matter what. Really excited for this change. Again, it's going to be a huge, huge, huge impact on gameplay. Big fucking change. Kit presets, so you'll be able to like literally have a kit preset, much like weapon presets, but for your full kit, including meds, gear, items, backpacks, ammo, whatever. Weapon animations when interacting with cover. Another big one. I've gone over this a lot in previous videos where I talk about the poor collision system that Tarkov has with the way that the character manipulates his weapon around cover. He doesn't do high readies, low readies. A good example is like Ready or Not does this very well. Ground Branch does this really well. Tarkov's current weapon collision system is just awful. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. So I'm really glad to see that they're updating this. Hopefully we'll see much more immersive, like high ready, low ready positions when interacting with cover and concealment. Left shoulder shooting. So we're getting left shoulder shooting. This is a long time request for a majority of the community. We all know right hand peeker's advantage in Tarkov, just because in EFT the guns are simulating properly and the bullets are coming out of the weapon, whereas in most video games it's coming through the center of your screen, so left and right leaning doesn't really matter in most FPS games, whereas in Tarkov, like, this is a huge change and is going to change the gameplay a lot. Very excited for left shoulder shooting. That's going to be a really, really cool mechanic. Hideout is getting a big expansion with like custom animations for when you're working on different facilities and other various stuff like that. Randomized loot containers, another really huge change. So this means Jaeger stashes. Your Jaeger stash loot runs are gone. Your hit this that container gone. Containers are now randomized. So any loot box, Jaeger stash, medical crate, logistics crate is not always going to be in the same spot anymore. And I think that is a wonderful change. And I think that's going to make raids much more dynamic and make people move around more. Of course, there'll still be certain hotspot areas, like certain locked rooms, which will be really good. But again, really amazing change. Excited for that. Rework recoil mechanics on all weapons. So a total rework of the recoil system in EFT. It's something that I've kind of been really indifferent on for a long time, and I've kind of come down to the point where the current recoil mechanics, I don't like them. The way that the gun like flips up and doesn't have a point of contact with the shoulder makes guns kind of feel like they're a wacky waving inflatable arm wailing tube man gun. You know what I mean? They just like they're just bad. The recoil is just bad. Even when you have low recoil, it just still feels cheap. It's too easy. So really excited to see what the new recoil systems are going to be like and what BSG is going to do to make them different. Quick pistol transition, another cool one. We're going to be able to quick swap to a pistol. That should be really nice. Hopefully people start bringing in more sidearms. It already is faster to switch to a pistol, but this is going to make it hopefully more appealing to players to actually do that. A lot of people don't really notice it because the pistol transition speed takes effect depending on your handgun skill, and handgun skill and weapon skills take a long time to level in EFT. Suppressor durability, sound variations, and subsonic ammunition, another just massive change. Suppressors have always been way too overpowered in Tarkov, and the reason why they're overpowered is because they make every single weapon super fuck you quiet. Like, you could go shoot the dog in the house and the baby won't notice, you know, like it's just that quiet, like movie quiet. Now this is hopefully going to make it to where when you're shooting a suppressed M4, a suppressed 308 weapon, anything that's shooting supersonic ammunition, that gunshot is going to be very, very loud, and you're still going to be hear it from far away. So again, huge change. And then obviously if you're using subsonic ammunition, which travels under the sound barrier, that is not going to produce that supersonic boom and crack, and it's going to give you a much more covert presence in your raid. Really cool. Excited for that. Ammunition loading interface. Don't really know what that is, unless maybe it was a mistranslation, like ammunition like loading animations maybe. I'm not totally sure what that is actually, so I mean, I guess we'll find out. Sight brightness adjustments, so we'll be able to adjust the brightness on our sights, which is again really cool. So depending on the brightness or dimness of the light, we can either lower or increase the brightness of our optics to fit our needs for the situation. User interface rework. They showed this off on the last BSG dev stream. If you haven't catch that stream or video, go watch it. Really awesome interface reworks, tons of quality of life improvements with the UI, really good stuff. Really excited for that. Again, this whole 0.14 patch is just filled with banger animation, not animations. It's filled with banger content. So much stuff to look forward to. Super nice. Again, like everything here is super sick. Quest rebalance, so it's very general. So just quests are getting rebalanced. Rebalance of leveling of skills and mastering. So hopefully this means that they'll kind of counterbalance how we level certain skills, how quickly they level. Hopefully how they level, because like a lot of skills, like weapon skills, for example, you could get a headshot on a dude 500 meters away. That's 1 point. If you shoot a dude in the foot 5 feet in front of you, it's 1 point. Like if you want to get the most experience out of weapon skills, you have to like hit people as many times as possible before they go down. Doesn't really reward like skill-based shooting. Always been something I've never liked. So hopefully we'll see something like that. Bipods and stabilization of firearms with cover. This is mounting and bracing. So being able to actually mount your weapon on an angle, kind of like Modern Warfare or Modern Warfare 2. You can brace on a corner, brace on horizontal cover or vertical cover. And this is going to give you recoil as stabilization and maybe a way to like peek corners and stuff, which could be really cool. Again, reference any MCOD Modern Warfare 1 or 2, they have this feature. Choosing which body part to heal via hockey, that's kind of cool. So that way you can prioritize where your healing is going. I know it's always been like chest, head, or head, chest, stomach, limbs. So that should be nice. Another good quality of life improvement. Helmet flashlights. These have kind of been in the game for a while, but they've been really buggy, but hopefully we'll see them more fleshed out and properly implemented. Meds and food consumption upon double click. Thank the Lord for this one. Thank you, Nikita. I have dropped so many meds and food on the ground by right-clicking use and then accidentally discarding. So again, another huge quality of life improvement. AK-12, PKM, RPD, which are belt feds, by the way. Not the RK-12, but the PKM, RPD are belt feds. SPT-40, 9A, 91, and underbarrel grenade launcher for SCAR, and variants of grenade launchers and other stuff. So again, massive update. Super fucking cool. Really excited for that. And apparently it was just clarified that the ammunition loading interface is actually loading animations. It is animations. So we'll be able to see our guy like click it in just like Daisy. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot here, but this is really cool. Again, really kudos to BSG for actually giving us a roadmap. But 0.14 is probably my most anticipated update ever for EFT, because for the time that I put into this game, the only thing that really gets me going is like new gameplay features like vaulting, armor plates and body hitbox reworks, weapon animations interacting with cover, left shoulder shooting, like randomized loot containers, rework of recoil, suppressor durability, sound barrier. Like these things specifically are what I'm excited about, because these are core fundamental things that will completely change the way we play the game forever. And these are things that I know are going to make EFT more into that really hyper immersive shooter that it is, and that it is trying to be. So yeah, really amazing. Again, if you guys want to see this roadmap for yourself, it is on the BSG Twitter and social medias. Shouldn't be too hard for you guys to find it. Yeah, I'm beyond excited. So hopefully you guys like what you see here. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to the new content like I am, and we'll be jumping into the new patches as well. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to like and subscribe, comment on your way out, and let me know what your most anticipated change is and what you think that's going to do to the game. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.